Good morning and welcome back to Hope You Live It in the City. It is Wednesday morning and it's a cool 60 degrees outside. I received my wiper blades on Monday, but I keep forgetting to bring them and put them on. And today is the day before Thanksgiving, and I hope you are all doing well, safe, warm, happy. I don't know how many of you are traveling or plan to travel today versus how many will just stay where they're at and enjoy Thanksgiving with family and friends. What's on the news today?
Slowed in September. KTAR's Jim Cross is live with our top story.
Yeah, Jamie, our September home price is up 1.8% year over year compared with the average of 4.6% for the nation's 20 largest metro areas. One of the reasons, according to Valley economist Jim Brown's, until the mortgage rates drop to around the 4.5% mark, not going to be that many people buying up.
They're going to stay put, they're going to remodel and make the best of what they currently have for a while. That's going to reduce the demand for production of homes at higher levels in terms of prices, and it's going to continue to exacerbate the problem that we have with not having enough affordable homes.
Yeah, the average Valley home right now running about $450,000. That's almost $50,000 higher than the national number. Live in the News Center, Jim Cross, KTAR News.
Coming up, a ceasefire underway this morning between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon. Plus,
abortion rights have been signed into law, but there are still conflicting laws. I'm Heidi Hommel.
One state lawmaker says Arizona's roads have been neglected for too long and hopes to change that. I'm Ballin Overstoles.
The roads will have plenty of company today because it's the Thanksgiving holiday getaway. Let's get the latest now from John Roller, live from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Yeah, thank you very much, Peter. Happy Thanksgiving to you and good morning. Yeah, right you are. We expect a lot of folks to take to the roadways today, but right now we've had a pretty quiet first half hour of this morning's commute. However, more folks are getting their day underway, and we are seeing a light bit of slowing starting on the eastbound I-10 right at about 91st Avenue coming into town. Then again, right about 51st Avenue, you'll reload over to 35th Avenue. Extra minute or two, not too bad at all. East Valley, you are still quiet. The westbound 60s into the Broadway curve looking good. Same thing with the Santan Freeway and the Red Mountain Freeway out by the Super Red Tan. Also looking good is the 87, the B-line if you're headed up to Payson or maybe the White Mountains for the Thanksgiving holiday. Traffic is brought to you by the Beatitudes Campus. Kick off the holidays by joining us for a sweet and savory brunch at the Beatitudes Campus. It's Tuesday, December 3rd. If you'd like more information, text RSVP to 620-620. John Roller, KTAR News.
The busy travel day will be a cloudy one once again in the valley. Expect highs to stay in the mid-70s with lows in the 50s. More sunshine expected on Thanksgiving with a high of 75. I'm ABC 15 meteorologist Jorge Torres.
At 5:33, it is 59 degrees in Chandler.
Celebrations in the streets of Beirut and throughout southern Lebanon this morning now that Israel and Hezbollah militants have agreed to a ceasefire. ABC's James Longman says the agreement calls for a 60-day halt in fighting and requires Hezbollah to end its armed presence in southern Lebanon. Israeli troops have to return to their side of the border.
Removing Hezbollah completely as a political entity in Lebanon, that is not something that it's really going to be in Israel's power to do at all. That is something that's only going to be in the power of the Lebanese people to do, together with the international community and a political solution.
Arizona Votes 2024.
Proposition 139, which protected abortion rights in our state constitution, has been signed into law, but it won't take effect immediately.
Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays explains the existing 15-week and 20-week abortion bans on our law books will need to be challenged in court or repealed by the legislature in order for providers to operate under new protections.
The position of the state of Arizona is that the passage of Prop 139 makes the 15-week ban and the 20-week ban unconstitutional.
Mays says she's expecting a quick ruling from a judge. She may issue an opinion letting providers know, as it says in Prop 139, abortion is legal up to the point of fetal viability or to protect the health of the mother. Heidi Hommel, KTAR News.
After a long investigation, the Department of Justice announced it may oversee some aspects of the Phoenix Police Department. Chief Michael Sullivan tells the Mike Broomhead Show whether or not that happens, he's committed to improving the force.
Back in September, we went in front of City Council. We talked about our plans, what we're going to be doing going forward. And here, December 10th, we'll be going in front of Mayor and Council again and another policy session to let them know where we are.
A big issue facing the department, a staffing shortage of 600 officers.
30 million birds across the country, 10 million in the western U.S. have been affected by bird flu outbreaks since October. There are 2 cases in Arizona, and Glenn Hickman, CEO of Hickman Farms in the West Valley, tells the Mike Broomhead Show.
One of the challenges that we've had developing just the last approximately year is that the bird flu has mutated and now affects dairy cows.
He says having to limit chicken populations could lead to increased egg and poultry prices, potentially taking up to 2 years to replenish.
An Arizona state senator wants next year's state budget to focus more on roads and highways.
A new report by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration finds that Arizona has some of the deadliest intersections in the western U.S. State Senator David C. Farnsworth says next year lawmakers should spend more on improving intersections on State Route 347.
My hope is that we can call attention to that State Route 347 and both of those dangerous intersections and to get the money in the budget this year and not move it any later.
The report found 2 intersections on SR 347 at Maricopa and Riggs Roads had a total of 11 fatalities on them since 2004, among the deadliest in the region. Ballin Overstoles, KTAR News.
Thanks to $1 million in federal funding, Arizona's apprenticeship initiative is moving on to the next phase.
The money will be used to recruit and retain apprentices to help with services such as child care and transportation. Governor Hobbs made the announcement saying the program opens up opportunities from day one, paying good wages as well as teaches people valuable skills that paves the way for family-supporting careers. The program provides financial assistance for tools, books, and equipment to further the construction industry. John Roller, KTAR News.
KTAR News Time is 5:37.
And coming up in just a few moments, the hottest Black Friday deals. What's trending? And really, do we even need a specific day anymore? We'll talk to Valley retail analyst Kristen Betts again just in a few minutes.
We bring you 10 traffic reports every hour here on Arizona's Morning News. Let's check in again with John Roller. He is in the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jamie. Just to follow up with that story on the 347, this is the time of morning that we always take a look at the 347 as folks come out of Maricopa into the I-10 there to get into downtown Phoenix. Right now, it is very light. We do have a little bit of slowing right there at Riggs Road. Other than that, the 347 looking good. The 24 also quiet coming out of Queen Creek. East Valley, you're quiet altogether on the westbound 60 and the 202s. We do have a little bit of light slowing now starting to build on the eastbound I-10 from the 101. Free of transition into downtown Phoenix. Right now about 17 minutes on your right. And still looking at that crash at 75th Avenue and Indian School Road. That intersection is still blocked due to a serious crash. Other than that, the surface streets are quiet as well. Traffic is brought to you by Bumblebee Plumbing. Clear your dreams for just $93 plus a free camera inspection. Visit BumblebeePlumbingAZ.com and let your plumbing problems buzz away. John Roller, KTAR News.
Mostly cloudy skies today on Thanksgiving Eve. We're expecting highs in the upper 70s across the valley. Clouds will move away tonight, but then some of them will return tomorrow on Thanksgiving Day. We're looking at a high tomorrow right at 75 degrees. 58 and cloudy skies in Ahwatukee. Weather brought to you by Howard Air. Weather replace or repair, call Howard Air.
Hi, it's Sherry Harris, owner of Life Source Water. Many of our customers trade in their outdated salt-based water softeners for a Life Source system and have for 40 years. These softeners don't filter water and are a pain to maintain. Life Source clients love the fact that our system filters and softens their water without using salt. Our water makes your hair shine and your skin glow. Plus, there's no costly regular maintenance or monthly filters to change. Life Source builds, installs, and stands behind every will. And now is the best time to buy. For a limited time, we will pay your sales tax. Save up to $1,000. Don't miss out on our biggest sale of the year. Call 800-WATER-99 or visit LifeSourceWater.com. That's 800-WATER-99. Offer ends soon. LifeSource. Taste and feel the difference.
Warranty limitations apply.
Omar Assaf was arrested last October, protesting the Gaza war in the streets of Ramallah. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail. Assaf is an activist. He's been arrested many times before, but he says this time was particularly bad. The cells were very overcrowded, he says. They were given flimsy prison uniforms, even in the coldest months, and the rations were not enough. Everyone was always hungry, he says. Israel's prison service has defended its treatment of Palestinian prisoners and says they have a right to file a complaint if they feel otherwise. Assaf pulls up a video on his phone on the day he was released. In it, he hugs his family, and he has long white hair. His face is gaunt. He says he lost more than 60 pounds.
I call what's happened at the 7th of October until today that is a revenge war against the prisoners.
Qadra Faris is the head of the Commission of Palestinian Detainees in the West Bank. He says before the war, Palestinian prisoners had gained some rights: radio, TV, books, clothes, to have a relatively comfortable life. But now that's all been lost. And he says they get frequent reports of beatings, humiliation, and lack of medical treatment. But it's hard to get reports since getting lawyers into the prisons to meet with Palestinians has gotten significantly more difficult.
Very complicated procedure. It's take a lot of time and the families is worried.
He says he gets dozens of calls a day from families trying to find out any information. Faris says he had a moment of optimism this time last year during the hostage and prisoner exchange that maybe the situation would improve. But in the months since, with another Gaza ceasefire deal yet to be reached, that optimism has been hard to hold on to. Still, he says he tries.
As Mahmoud Darwish, our famous poet, said, that we are growing up. The hope, we have to do that.
It's a shared sentiment both in Israel and the Palestinian territories, as thousands of families of Israeli hostages and Palestinian detainees try to maintain hope that their loved ones will be released after more than a year of waiting. Kat Lansdorf, NPR News, Ramallah.
From Ramallah here to Phoenix, it's Morning Edition on KJZZ. 18 minutes in front of 6 o'clock. We'll have the Marketplace Morning Report for you in 10 minutes. Of the world's biggest companies slashed its DEI initiatives in a move that could have effects well beyond its own ranks. More about that and all the day's businesses coming up at 5:52 in Marketplace here on 91.5.
KJZZ is supported by West Coast Plumbing and Air, a family-owned company with decades of experience in the Valley. November is a good time to get your furnace or heat pump ready for the season. More at westcoastplumbingandair.com.
Well, it's Wednesday, and we got a holiday weekend coming up. We might be looking for some fun things to do. This is also Hotspots Day at KJZZ. We pick some fun things for you to do, and you can sign up for that service and see this week's Hotspots, including a hotspot for the kids at hotspots.kjzz.org.
KJZZ is supported by Hospice of the Valley, bringing smiles with pet and music therapy, providing in-home support for chronic illness and dementia, plus primary care for homebound patients in the comfort of home. HOV.org.
79 again yesterday in Phoenix. That's the forecast high today as well. We're at 61 degrees now at 5:44.
Support for NPR comes from the station and from the Wallace Foundation, working to develop
for the KTAR News app.
Here's another one of our 10 traffic reports every hour on Arizona's Morning News with John Roller, live from the Valley Chevy Dealers Traffic Center.
Well, let's keep it going. Right now, we are Thanksgiving lights. We have passed the 5:30 mark, and we are starting to see more folks come in from the West Valley. The light slowing, starting to build about 91st Avenue on the eastbound I-10. You'll reload again 51st Avenue right on through the stack into downtown. Right now, about an extra 4 to 5 minutes on your right end, southbound I-17 now. Seeing some light slowing from Bethany Home Road down to Thomas. East Valley, you are quiet, and the North Valley, the North Stack, eastbound 101, southbound I-17 to the eastbound 101. Also looking.
All right, folks, you have a great day. Be safe. Tell your loved ones how much you care about them.